Hi, Carrie. We look different, don't we?
We do.
That's Roseanne and Greg. They're on vacay, but we're here for them, happily. It is 9:31. Divorce it's obviously never easy for most of us, particularly during the holidays. Divorce attorney Rebecca Zung has helped thousands navigate those treacherous waters.
Actually, more people file for divorce in January than in any other month. And she's now joining us this morning on Good Day New York to talk about this drastic change in people's lives. You actually wrote a book about this subject. And why did you decide to do that?
I decided to write a book on the subject because I have so many clients who are dealing with this. It's one of the most traumatic things people deal with in their lives, outside of maybe death, and yet there was no go-to resource for them, and I decided to create one for my clients and for everybody else who's going through it.
And it's interesting that the highest divorce filings are in January. I mean, I think it seems pretty obvious. It's after the holidays. People, you know, holidays put so much pressure on you in the first place, and that's when you really realize, you know, maybe it's time to...
Yeah, I think there's a number of reasons why January is the top divorce month for filings. I think holidays is one of them. Let me get through one last set of holidays with the kids. They don't want to be the bad guy who filed for divorce right before the holidays. I think also because there's a tax deduction issue. December 31st is the date that decides what your tax filing status is, and so it's one last time to file as married filing joint. I think another reason is that people get their Christmas bonuses or their end of the year bonuses. They have the money now to go out and hire a lawyer. And I think another reason is New Year's resolutions. People are saying, you know what, new year, I want to start a new year and get out of this unhealthy relationship.
And you have such a unique perspective on this because in the preface of the book you mentioned you yourself went through a divorce. Now you work as a divorce attorney. So what kind of perspective can you offer people in this book, do you think, that they might not be able to find elsewhere?
Well, and when I decided to write the book, I decided to write it not just from a legal perspective in the physical part of the divorce, what I call the physical part. That's the legal part, and I do give legal advice, but I also offer emotional advice and also spiritual advice for freeing your spirit going forward. And the reason why I do that is because I myself have experienced all of the emotions that one needs to get through to get complete in order to be able to feel whole and move forward.
I mean, this is something that a lot of us have